Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Heather. I am an intuitive counselor, author, artist, animal communicator, coach, teacher. I think, is that it for those who know me? Is that my list right now? I don't know. It changes. I keep adding to it. Anyway, I'm here in the capacity in which I show up and serve with a monthly forecast to let us know what energy is coming for us for the next few weeks. So if you're coming to this video, I know the title says December 2023. If you're here after the fact, you might want to stick around. There may still be something that feels resonant for you or applies for you. The messages aren't so contained that they're super specific. They are most frequently relative to the next few weeks for most of those who will watch. But if you're here at a later time, something brought you here. And just give it a listen and see if there's anything that makes sense for you. So how are you guys doing? What are you feeling for the energies around us right now? So what I am hearing in a lot of different conversations and for myself and for what I have channeled from my guides, it is like buckle up, that's not what it is. It is buckle up buttercup mode for a lot of us. So if you are feeling fits and starts of being run down energetically and then really energized and then run down and energized and run down and energized. Sometimes we get that way during the holiday season. This is a little bit different. This is a little more intense. This is multi-dimensional energies coming in, and if you can picture a cheese grater doing that to our energy body. That's how I see it. And for those of us who are keeping optimized, maybe we know how to run our energy, we can clean our energy centers, clear our chakras, we are only partaking in that which supports us energetically. And if we encounter something that is of a lower frequency that we don't prefer, we know how to cleanse it, clear it, and move on from it. Doesn't mean we avoid it and live in a bubble, but we know how to manage our energy. We're going to weather the next few weeks a little better than someone who perhaps doesn't have those tips and tools to work with their own energy or doesn't understand what any of that is that I just said. So if you are someone who's like, I don't know what running my energy is. I want to show up and act like I know, but I don't really know. Check out the link in my description box. I have a lot of classes that can help get you on track and help support you with that, or we can work one-on-one if you want. But if you're here, most likely you have some kind of foundational knowledge of that. So this is the time. That being said, this is the time to put those things into practice for yourself in a way that they become your non-negotiables for the day. So what do I mean by that? The alarm goes off, the dogs need to be walked, the cat is knocking shit off the counter, the kids are like, Mom, Dad, we need breakfast. Okay, we got to get up and do our day, but what if you carved out 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? I know that's a big ask. What if you carved out that time ahead of when your alarm typically goes off? Nobody knows. Even if you have to, you're laying in bed by yourself, you can sneak out of the bed so your spouse doesn't know, or you're just going right into a meditation for yourself or an energy cleanse for yourself or whatever it is that supports you. At least, I'm not saying this has to be a forever habit, although honestly, it's kind of a good idea, but at least for the next few weeks, showing up for yourself relentlessly every day for that level of self-care. So self-care gets talked about a lot in, I guess, the new age kind of whatever. And it's not candles and bubble baths and that kind of stuff. It can be, but it is more that relentless attention to your energy. It's important in a normal time period. But what we're seeing as we move into 2024 is an intensity and an up-leveling of energetic frequency. So if you don't know how to grapple and kind of, quite frankly, hold on to something, you don't know how to find your own gravity with your energy, You're going to just be floating around. You know those kind of weird balloon people at car dealerships sometimes? They have them other places, but you see them a lot at car dealerships. That's going to be what we look like if we don't maintain our energy for the next few weeks. We're just going to be floating all around. So find something for yourself that works and is a non-negotiable. Show up for yourself. It is like energetic weightlifting. It's going to help give you the proper boundaries. It's going to help give you the proper foundation and the proper structure and all of the things that you need to support yourself going forward. So the theme for the month of December is balance. And it's exactly like we were just talking about. It is finding that depth within yourself, finding that ability to maintain and hold your ground. Because there are so many things kind of pulling and tugging at us, more so even than usually, again, in the holiday season. So I'm going to put the artwork up next to me here so we can see it together. And for those who are new and maybe coming to this for the first time, part of this forecast is that I channel this intuitive frequency art and bring that forward. So this isn't just like, hey, here's this weird kooky symbol with a lot of colors. There are frequencies in here. There are messages embedded into the artwork that when we see it, when we work with this piece, when we allow it to interface and interact with our energy, we tune into that. And it may not be at a conscious level. It might be subconscious, subliminal. It's all there to support you. So this is a very powerful, impactful piece. And it looks energetically busy. It looks like, there's a lot going on. I might want to grab onto something. And it is structured like it can. Like there's a heaviness at the bottom. There's a foundation. There's something solid at the bottom. But the light body coming up through the center of this shape is beaming. It is so powerful. It is so tuned in. It is so clear and clean. And that is what is enabling that solid frequency to occur, that solid base. It's also just radiant and shining, and that's part of the balance too, is there is a lot of darkness and a lot of narratives about darkness in the world right now, and we've seen that. It's not new. We see it more frequently now because a lot of us are tuned in to everything in the world 24/7. And even if we're turning off our devices and our TVs and we're not checking headlines, the energy of that is still around us. And that's okay. We should be able to withstand that, and not just withstand it, not just tolerate it or walk through it, alchemize it, shift it, change it. So showing up with, this word relentless keeps coming through today, showing up with a relentless positivity. And that doesn't mean Susie Sunshine with a megaphone cheering people on, although if that's your thing, it's kind of my thing sometimes, that's okay. But showing up with your sights in the future, and not just in the future, but in the future in the way in which you want that future to unfold. And it's kind of like anytime something or someone tries to, do this, get in front of you and change that view, you figure out where to find it. I am not coordinated enough to have been a dancer, but maybe some of you have. So if I'm explaining this wrong, let me know in the comments. But I think dancers often have a focal point. Like if they're pirouetting or they're doing turns, you have something that your eyes focus on when you come back around. So that is the kind of vibe that we're going for with, I'm focusing on that future that I want for the world and for myself. And anytime I go around from it, something's going to spin me off, but I'm coming right back, and I have the technique and I have the balance and I have the strong foundation to do that. So that about sums it up. Let me know what you guys are feeling for this month, and let me know what you're seeing and feeling and sensing in the art, because it is always a co-creation. I see and sense and am aware of things as I'm creating the pieces, but often you guys see something else. So always love hearing that. Let me know how you're all doing, and I will see you again soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.